My darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe.
Finally, a station at work that everyone can love.
100.3
Love FM. Love FM.
Come on in, catch a grin, get to chillin', getting the care, getting the fresh, getting the grillin'. Delicious dishes taste to excite you. They go that extra mile to make you smile to delight you. Culver's, care in every bite. Culver's, get your appetite right.
Come into Culver's for our tender, delicious freshwater walleye sandwiches and dinners. They're back by popular demand, but only for a limited time, so catch one today.
Culver's, taste how much we care.
Comcast Sportsnet in Chicago, the capital of baseball.
Brewers did not score in the top of the first. Let's see how the Cubs line up offensively. Once again brought to you by Southwest. Juan Pierre, 6-game hit streak. Todd Walker back in the lineup against a right-hander. Lee Ramirez, Nevin, the power guys in the middle. Jock Jones, also 13 home runs on the year. Cedeno, Blanco, and Marmol rounded out.
Brewers defense brought to you by Rico. Move your ideas forward with Rico dependability. Lee, Gross, and Jenkins across the outfield. Koski, Hall, Weeks, and Fielder across.
300 million visitors from around the world have entered the legendary doors of Radio City Music Hall, an Art Deco landmark jewel right in the middle of the city in the world, New York City. It's time for the National Football League Draft presented by Sprint right here on NFL Network. The path to the draft that we've been discussing for so many weeks has finally led to this moment when we'll find out who's going where in the NFL. Adam Schefter with the latest on the pit floor.
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, we are here to bear witness to the future of football. This is the new life, the new style, the way forward. And now that you're here, we are ready to begin. I present to you the players!
Woo! What a hit! They won't catch him and the Tigers score! Down the sideline. Oh, what a step on. A foot race. They won't get him. Wow. As the sidelines. Can they catch him? No, they cannot.
Oh my gracious.
Yep.
How about that?
Draft day is here. Our Chicago Bears are sitting with the second overall pick, thanks to a couple Kevin Costner draft day trades we did over the offseason. Niners sit with the number 1 overall pick, so it's basically going to go back-to-back quarterbacks. The top two going to be between Michigan State's Clifton Reynolds and the athletic UCF QB Rafael Lucas. Two guys that careers are going to get compared to like Peyton and Ryan Leaf. Let's get this thing going so we can finally get the season going again. 49ers go with Michigan State's quarterback Clifton Reynolds, leaving us with the easy decision to go with playmaker and future franchise quarterback Rafael Lucas out of Central Florida. So that just leaves one question.
What's that? Who's the best pilot?
Rafael Lucas comes in at a solid but moderate 83 overall. But with that athleticism, it's going to be really tough for defenses to defend him. Clifton Reynolds does come a tick above Lucas in an 84 overall. That accuracy definitely helps at 90 overall. Should be a lot of fun to follow him this season to see who has the better rookie year. But Rafael Lucas is undoubtedly our day one starter. Here's how the rest of the first round shaped up, as it seems like a pretty strong defensive class, but we needed to address quarterback. We couldn't get, cute with anything here. Just had to trade up and make sure we secured either Lucas or Reynolds. We had Jacksonville's second-round pick, and we're able to grab a playmaker for our rookie QB in Clemson wideout Allison. Right now, he does come in at a 79 overall behind Terry Glenn, but we'll definitely be looking to get him the ball in his hands as much as possible with that 94 overall speed. We had 5 more picks in this draft, and we'll break everything down one by one. Our first pick, obviously, was Rafael Lucas, our new franchise quarterback. Allison, a wideout from Clemson, hopefully coming in to help out Lucas develop a bit. Third round, we went with a corner in Carlton Montgomery out of Cal. But his overall rating is a little bit of a disappointment. I do like his speed and coverage, but he definitely needs some time to develop, as our quarterback room is pretty much one of the weakest positions, especially on defense. It's really just Charles Tillman, and that's about it. Fourth round, we got our hog molly at the line with Maurice Thomas out of Oklahoma. If he develops that run blocking in the preseason, I can certainly see him being our day one starter at right guard. Fifth round, we went ahead and added some depth at linebacker. Christian Wolf, not too exciting, but he does have some athleticism and an 83 speed and 75 pass rush. We had 2 picks in the 6th round, and I spent it on somebody I'm actually pretty excited about. Sam Ballard out of local Northwestern. So ignore that 50 overall for a second and a look at his size. 6'6", 252, 75 catch, which is pretty decent compared to the other tight ends in this game, and a solid 76 speed. With that speed and that size, I could really see him, kind of using him in the slot, getting a lot of mismatches on linebackers. He definitely won't be a blocker, but we're not going to, use him for that. We have our other 2 guys at tight end that are really solid at run block. So this could be a really intriguing piece of the offense if he really steps up. And with our last pick, we went with Salvador Reyes out of William & Mary. Not going to blow you away with any ratings. Just a good depth piece at safety, and he seems like a smart guy since he's out of William & Mary. So after we signed all of our draft picks, we had an okay amount of cap left, so I went ahead and filled in the rest of our roster. Third running back slot was open, so went ahead and added Fantasy Football Hall of Famer
Ernest Graham.
Ernest Graham. Needed that third running back slot filled in, so went ahead and added him. And I also have a personal love for Ernest Graham, especially for his 07 football season that helped me win fantasy football that year. Found this interesting player, Dontarius Thomas, who's coming off back-to-back 100 tackle seasons. The sim numbers are kind of screwed up in this franchise playthrough, I know, I will admit, but hey, still brings a lot of good ratings and very affordable. Finish it off with a lone linebacker in Francisco Mason and a second fullback in Ayan Bandejo, I think is how you say it. I might have butchered it, but came in with a really good tackle rating, so that should certainly help out our special teams. So that is our 2006 Chicago Bears roster, everyone. I think we got a lot accomplished, mainly addressing the quarterback position. Really not much else big moves were really necessary here, I don't think. We've had a lot of talented depth. I think we really have ourselves set up for a real chance at the NFC North this season. We'll check out SportsCenter to recap the draft for the rest of the league. That is going to wrap up the offseason. And next episode, we're just going to go straight into week 1. As here is how the schedule is shaped up for this season. Week 1 against the New York Football Giants. Pretty tough schedule, I'd say. Week 2 in Philly. Week 3, we open up against the Packers. Super early bye week in week 4. Couple tough road games as well. New Orleans, in Indianapolis. But there could be some really fun matchups this season. As for our week 1 opponent, the Giants aren't really too threatening. They did draft a talented back in Roman Lynch out of West Virginia, but their defense is hurting in the post-Michael Strahan era. I think there's only 3 players over 80 overall on defense. So we definitely need to make sure we take care of business and start this 06 season with a W. But that's our 2006 offseason SportsCenter draft recap coming up. Otherwise, next video, we're going to be kicking off the season and start to get a little bit of a rhythm again with the uploads. I know it's been a little here and there, once a week kind of thing, but we'll finally get to like the 2 to 3 videos that we were doing with the Oakland Raiders franchise. That's going to do it. Thanks for checking it out, everyone. Chicago Bears, new era coming up. Take care, everyone.
This is SportsCenter.
Welcome, everyone, to a special draft wrap-up show here on ESPN. I'm Mel Kiper Jr. With the draft complete, it's time to take a look at all the shoe-ins and the surprises. Let's get it started. Player was taken, no surprise, with the first overall selection in the draft. The 49ers decided early on that this was their man, and they were obviously elated to bring him into the fold. He's going to be a special player, no doubt about it. Player went with the number 2 pick, and I'll tell you what, this kid takes a lot of talent with him as he heads off to the Bears. 6'6", 234, out of Central Florida. He had a super season last year that really helped his draft standing, and I think he'll be an impact player at this level. Player was a guy I think that really came on strong late in his college career, and as a result, he goes with the number 10 pick. He heads off to the Dolphins, and I'll tell you what, defending the pass was a definite priority for these guys, so he should be able to step right in and be a contributor from the outset. The Rams may have got burned a bit when a couple of guys they wanted were off the board by the time they picked at number 20, but they got a great player nonetheless. Player is a guy that's got a lot of upside, and I really believe he'll be a fixture with this club for years to come. Valdez was a guy I originally saw as a higher pick. Instead, he goes in the number 28 spot. He heads off to the Panthers, and I think they were happy to see him still on the board in the late first round because he was a guy I know they had targeted, and they had him rated pretty highly. So let's do a quick recap as we focus on one team in particular that I thought had an interesting draft weekend. The Rams were really quite poor in stopping the run last season, so they clearly went out and targeted guys that they felt could give them a boost in their front seven, and I think they were able to do that quite nicely. So that'll do it for this year. Another draft is in the books, and now the analyzing and second-guessing will begin in earnest as we get ready for the start of training camp in July. Till then, I'm Mel Kiper Jr. Thanks for joining us.